artist based in the DC metro area, working out of Arlington, Virginia. Art is important to me because it's an expression of not only who I am, but my ideas and community. Art is important to me because it brings people, ideas, and communities together. Come into my studio, let me show you some of the things I've been working on. This first piece here is called Black Lives Matter. This is important to me because of our community, our social fabric, things happening nowadays. It's timely, but it's also important to me from the viewpoint of the model that posed for this image. This image was made with ink and gouache. There was no pencil, there's no sketch. I made it right there with the model without erasing anything. And it's the downcast expression of this model tells me everything that a person might be feeling deep inside that they're not able to share with someone on an everyday basis. This piece over here is called American Resilience, and how timely that is nowadays, where we have to be strong for each other, for our families, and for the future. So looking at the emotion and the face of this model and this portrait makes me feel that there is resolve and ways to solve problems for the future. This piece here is untitled. What is it? It's a series of former slave houses in the South. To me, this piece is really called Slave Houses No More. I was attracted by the sunshine, by the sun coming into this piece, which to me means hope for the future. This is an early piece, and it's mixed media with pastels. This landscape is entitled Tempest. It's a photograph that was gifted to me by a DC-based photographer who didn't want to photograph anymore. I colorized it with pastels and colored pencils in the old-fashioned way to bring the past into the future and tell a story about calm before the storm. This watercolor over here is called True Grit, which is what we need, I believe, nowadays to stay with religion in view of scandals and challenges in religion in the Catholic Church and in other religions around the world. It's a watercolor that I chose to do with colors in the likeness of Van Gogh, deep blues with neutral tones that would really bring out the architecture of this building. This watercolor here is called Joy. I was attracted to this image because of the expression of happiness and hope for the future. I tried to convey that emotion by using light and transparent colors, which bring levity and the light of life to the viewer and to myself. This image and True Grit were both published in American Art Collector magazine last year. This image up here is Sleeping Beauty, but let me tell you a little bit about the background. It's an early image I made a long time ago, inspired by a French artist who illustrated fairy tales. And the image itself, the original, was made with a man who was sleeping. And I looked at it and I said, this man has such beautiful, fine features that this image might also make a beautiful girl. So that's how I painted it, as a beautiful girl. After I made everything in ink, pastel, and metallic pen, I had a new pen, a silver pen that I was going to use to finish the piece. And I started shaking it really hard to get it going. And it accidentally splattered one silver dot on her chin, on her face. I stood back and I said to myself, oh my God, do I need to start all over again? But no, because those are the accidents, the happy accidents that make art unique. So now I call it the cosmic Sleeping Beauty. You know, people ask me, why do you paint? Why are you an artist? All I can say is I've been painting and drawing since I'm 3 years old. I used to take my crayons everywhere. Sometimes they would melt in the car, and I would still use them to paint and make things that made me happy. And nowadays, I see the diversity of those colors as the diversity of ideas, of our community, and our people as one people. Thank you for coming to my studio and taking a look at my work.